I'm Miranda. According to mdc.mo.gov, the largest freshwater fish caught in Missouri was the blue catfish, weighing 315 pounds. I'm going to show you guys some tips and tricks about freshwater fishing, and then maybe you guys can catch the next biggest catfish. I've been fishing for years with my dad and grandpa, who have taught me everything I need to know about fishing. I also found some information online about freshwater fishing. Today I'm going to be talking about the different types of live bait, lures, and what the weather and water temperature have to do with fishing. Now we can get started talking about the different tips and tricks. There are all different types of bait, but today I'm going to be talking about the 3 different types of live bait. The first type of live bait that I'm going to be showing you are minnows. Minnows are very good for catching bass and crappie. Minnows, which is a small, shiny fish, can be bought in any bait store. Fish like eating other fish, so this is why this works so well. I got this picture from twincities.com. The next live bait that I'm going to be showing you guys are nightcrawler worms and red wiggler worms. These worms are very good for catching any kind of freshwater fish. Nightcrawler worms are big, fat, juicy worms which appeal more to fish, while the red wiggler worms are smaller and thinner. According to MidwestWorms.com, European nightcrawlers are best for fishing because they can handle temperatures, don't need to be kept refrigerated, and they're active on a hook in the water, which attracts the fish. They are also much bigger and juicier than the red wiggler worms. I got these pictures from MidwestWorms.com and UFSeeds.com. The last live bait that I'm going to be showing you is a big yellow grasshoppers. Big yellow grasshoppers are good for catching bass and catfish. It is very important to catch these in the mornings before it gets too hot and they're too fast to catch. I got this picture from nature.mdc.mo.gov. Now that we have talked about our live bait, we can start talking about the different types of lures. There are many different types of lures. Some lures work on all fish, while others work on a certain kind of fish. The first lure I'm going to be showing you is a topwater jig. Topwater jigs are good for catching bass, trout, and perch. Topwater jigs float on the water, which mimic a bug. You can get these in different sizes, shapes, and colors. I got this picture from myharbors.com. The next lure I'm going to be showing you guys is a spinnerbait. Spinnerbaits are good for catching perch, pike, and bass. Spinnerbaits have a shiny propeller on them, which shines in the water and attracts the fish. Stated by fishandbooker.com, if you're fishing in clear water, using a spinnerbait just below the water works great for catching game fish. I got this picture from tackledirect.com. The last lure that I am going to be showing you guys are flies. Flies are mainly for catching trout in the Missouri area. You can find flies in many different colors, shapes, and sizes. And flies tend to look like an actual fly, like a dragonfly or just any other fly. These little flurry things on here are meant to be the wings. I got this picture from dhgate.com. Now that we have talked about our live bait and our lures, we can start talking about what the weather and water temperature have to start doing with water fishing. First, it is important to know, because of the temperature, at what depth we should fish at. It's important to know where the fish are in the water. By knowing where the fish are in the water, you can put your bait in there and catch fish. In the winter and summertime, you will need to figure out where the water is most warm, because fish like warmer water. If you don't know where the fish are in the water, then you won't be able to catch any fish. Secondly, you will want your bait at the depth the fish are at. In colder water, the fish go up on a sunny day because it's warmer up there, but if it's cold, the water is warmer, they'll be deeper. Fish like warmer water temperature, which makes it very important to know where the water is warmest. According to my dad, when it's warm outside and the water is cold, fish tend to be closer to the top, so that's where you will need to fish. And lastly, fish move slower when it's cold outside. Fish tend to move slowly in colder weather because their body temperature gets colder. Since they move slower, you will need to reel slower so the fish can get it. If it's warmer out, the fish will move faster, so you will need to reel faster. These tips and tricks can come in very handy when it's coming to freshwater fishing. It's very exciting when a fish bites your reel and you reel in a big one. There's nothing better than catching your own dinner. Maybe with these tips and tricks, you can catch the state's next biggest fish.